Well, welcome everybody and good afternoon. We're delighted to have all of you join us on this very special afternoon as we honor one of Murfreesboro's finest, and we'll have more to say about that in a few minutes. When Melvin came in a few days ago and shared his intent to retire with me, we had a lot of conversation about that. And one of the things that we talked about was whether he wanted to do a public ceremony like this. And one of the things that invariably comes up when we talk about having a ceremony like this is, well, I wonder if anybody would show up. And I asked him just back there a few minutes ago, well, where did all these people come from? Who are all of they? So they've all come here to honor you this afternoon, to honor your family, Terry and the boys, and to honor what you've done for this city and for this police department over all these many years. And we'll have a little more to say about that as we move along. But as we said, we're very delighted to have a lot of special visitors with us, and I'll try to identify as many of those as I can as we move through the afternoon. Certainly, Melvin and his family are our guests of honor this afternoon. Terry Cunningham needs no introduction. She's like a member of our family already, and it seems like every public meeting I go to, Terry is there, very capably representing Rutherford Emergency Medical. And Terry, we're glad to have you here. These two young men that are with you seem like they still ought to be this size. Chad and Josh, you're heroes of a sort in the police department because we hear about all the things that you're doing all the time, and we're very proud of you, and I know your mom and dad are very proud of you. And certainly Sergeant Cunningham needs no introduction, but would you ask all of your family to stand so that we can recognize them appropriately, please? Would you give them a round of applause? Melvin Cunningham began his career with Murfreesboro Police on August the 13th of 1979. He'd already worked in policing for quite a while before he got here. I think 6 years at Swanee and 1 year at MTSU, and then we were very fortunate that he came here and made Murfreesboro Police his home, and he's been here 34 years since and has worked in a variety of different roles. He's been a police officer, a vice officer, a detective. He was one of our first ever COPS instructors and has been a sergeant in administrative services since 2004. And I'm often asked as I go across the city, I hear this twice. They say, that Evans boy and that Cunningham fella getting more airtime than you are, Chief. We can't turn the television on without seeing them. And I'm just so proud of the work that both of them have done, and very proud, Melvin, of the work that you've done as you distinguished yourself not only in Murfreesboro Police, but in this community. Everywhere I go that I hear people have commentary about Sergeant Cunningham and the work he's done, it's always very positive and very professional, and we're indebted to you for that. He has served and represented the police department and the city on a number of boards and commissions. I remember several years ago, Bruce Duncan and I served for a long time on the Health and Wellness Committee. And there came a time when I needed to move on to other responsibilities, and I asked Melvin if he would assume that role and responsibility, and he's continued to do that and do it very capably. He's been a long-serving member of our community anti-drug coalition. Our dear friend Pat Nolan has slipped in and sitting in the back row back there with Donald and other members of the MHA staff. Sheena, good afternoon. I was absent from a meeting one day, and I got nominated by somebody to be on the board of directors. That was you, wasn't it? So you know what they say about being late for meetings or absent from meetings. But Melvin has served us very capably there. Mary States is here. Mary, where are you at? Melvin's been a faithful member of the City Safety Committee for the last number of years, and anytime Mary and her staff come in here to go through these buildings and identify issues related to health and safety concerns, Melvin and his staff are the ones that take care of all of that and keep us all safe, and I know that's a big job. Borough Blues Fest, goodness, boy, that turned out to be quite a festival for our city, and continues. That's been a tremendous success. And Youth CAD Corps, among other things. Some years ago, in fact, we started, we had the first session last night for the 27th annual, or the 27th session of the Citizens Police Academy. Melvin was one of the people that helped start that program back in 2000. Last night was the 27th class, and we've had 451 people that have graduated from that program. I remember when we were putting the notebooks together and deciding how that format was going to work, and all these years later, that's still a strong program. We had 26 people in this room last night to learn more about Murfreesboro Police, and all of that began with a great amount of wonderful work from you and Officer Tracy Scantlin at that time. National Night Out. We just finished, what, Donald, 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, National Night Out. 16th year awards every year that we're involved in National Night Out. Melvin has worked tirelessly to make National Night Out the success that it is in our community, and to create an outreach that lets people come together and enjoy their communities and their neighborhoods. I mentioned a few moments ago the St. Clair Senior Citizens, Senior Center, and the programs that have been done up there. Good afternoon. We're glad to have you with us today. I think the crime prevention programming that's been done there and all the work that you've done not only at that center but across this city has been of great benefit to our citizens. Shop with a Cop, Neighborhood Watch, mental health. As we recall back some years ago when we were getting over some retaliatory shootings in our city that were gang related, we put together a program of instruction and information, and Sergeant Cunningham and others went into the community to provide information on gangs and how to avoid gang-related violence in our community, and Melvin was instrumental in all of that. And the classes go on and on and on. I couldn't even think about naming all of them, but he leaves some very big footprints to fill. In fact, I had an email this morning from a lady who has a neighborhood watch meeting scheduled for October and wanted to know who was going to be able to present that program now that Sergeant Cunningham was retiring, and I told her we'd do our best to try to find somebody to do that. All of that to say that Melvin is a very special person. He's been tremendously special to our police department and to this community in a variety of roles that he's served over the years. And as we said this morning in another conversation, when people get ready to retire, it makes you very happy for them. It also makes you sad in a way that they're not going to be here and be interacting with your family every day. But we are proud for you and proud of you and proud that you're going to have an opportunity to go on and enjoy the next phase in your life as these kids continue to grow and you watch their careers blossom into whatever opportunities come for them down the road. So we say thank you. We want to honor you, and I know there's a lot of people here that will want to express that to you personally. But if you would, sir, if you will step up here. At retirement, one of the things that our mayor and city council and our city manager have been so gracious to do is to provide outgoing retirees with their service weapon in a presentation case. And I'll present that, and if you all will read that inscription, please.
Presented August 21st, 2013 to Sergeant Melvin Cunningham on the occasion of his retirement from the Murfreesboro Police Department. August 13, 1979, you old.
I know, my wife tells me that.
28, 2014, congratulations.
Thank you.
Drop it.
Try not to.
Mr. Lyons has something.
So you've got a plaque here. It says, presented to Melvin Cunningham, Sergeant, for your 34 years of untiring devotion and dedicated service to the Murfreesboro Police Department, which benefited not only the citizens of Murfreesboro, but improved the quality of life for our department employees. August 21st, 2013. Sergeant.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Lyons, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, I sure would. Melvin, you certainly have distinguished yourself in your career with the city. The whole Cunningham family has served this community, and there's something about a servant's heart and what you do for others. I was talking to Melvin over at the fire department last week, and he talked about the 2 times he was actually fired upon in his career. And, you know, that doesn't happen to every single police officer, but it happened to you. And we admire your bravery, we admire your service, we admire and we thank you for your friendship. You've always been a smiling face when we see you, and I know our residents have benefited from it. You've served our youth, you've served our seniors, and you've served our community with pride and excellence. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sergeant Cunningham, you know, the Bible says we serve God by serving our fellow man, and you have done a fabulous job with that. And your life is only just beginning, your second phase. Just relax, take every day as it comes, be blessed, you have a beautiful family, and you've served us very well. And my mom wanted you to know congratulations to you also.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you very much.
Sergeant, the floor is yours, sir.
Well, never done my own speech. You know? Now we know. But, yeah. Thank everyone for coming. I appreciate that. Shows who all your friends are and everything. And I appreciate what everybody has done for the community, done to help me during my years of service to the city and the department. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the administration, appreciate the job and everything, but it's time to move on. And so I'm going to let everybody else take the torch and carry it on, and appreciate my family for putting up with me. And somebody talk to her, please, about this honey-do list. But if we can get past that, I'll be doing all right. But thank everyone, and thank the administration and city fathers and council members very much. Thank you.